listening to Bitilo with Mfali Fadera.
Assalamu alaikum mbadi lamay lalu ngali kontong ngali bismillah na Bitilo kibaro yang alnal badi malum falli federa ngali kontong bi arjumo me karotil muwanning konontola menyin sango men kono konton dro kola dron sinabula kacha kono bari namana dun kacha kono dron nse dua mo be sali dimala sako given that ngabana saloke nyintiri tambla nu kono tonyala nga kankularo fanankelo nun komanto ko mbe wati tantala nun ka fonyondingota nyi lok ngokono nin salo botala sajense murna nin Bitilo bari ku kandering ku kumari mba wala bi kan Gambia banko kan nyin tembenna atina fam folla bangola ngaje ko abe kumayala le mbe ko kuto nga tuje nga nanam nga ko nyin kacha nga kibar nga banko jama molu kala mutanda akola bari nga ko nyin fanan jibe kende ke nga dinka kono wo mu munati wala mu ko banko la sujar kunda nyaton ko e ko ye wole bay ye modo senda noto kabrin tumo menna kibaro dol fintita men beden din tapala ya tumiro dol la men beden din atenyin sojer kundala nyin kebala men keta General Mamat O.A chamti atele munun Chief of Defense Staff ti Chief of Defense Staff dun wole mu ko banko sojer kunda be la nyaton ko ma teleti nin ku mu be la kan e be batel la kan kodo ko ngaje nyamen ngamenje wole mu ko ado ku nyodo membe do ko ke kanu nga koto bari binadun na wo mari fonla alhalo konole ata movement ya nin ku kodangulu wala nin kibaro fintita kibar jamalu ki men beden nin tapale tumirol men beden tapale a kodol men yalon ko ko CDS le wolu ke ata ya keso suta sedo babulu men luwani silo manta ngamen soto jang kana kamma ko ka ko bondi mole nyoto kanyin ko jaba keso wodo ka dinka kono isaje mul sa faham sa long nyin ko me alon ko wole be tilinta banko la ta wara banko be men kono aknata nyaadile akola kuliyabe nyaadile mose mune karanoje ase muna wuluno banko e wole mu ambassador Essa Bokar City ambassador Essa Bokar City keda moti me alon ko ala ko mam fili moluma Gambia banko kam politician lo mati bari fanan diplomatic and security analyst lem ni mol kumu mole me alon ko ala londo lukata bake ni nata banku di labadi ya temola bari tanko ni ruwa ko fanan na ko akeda moti me alon ko ay ambassador yake banku jamalto Gambia banko toyala France bo kono America fama bo kono anin dinkira kotangolu bari mole fanan me alon ko ala simfalu na la dugo kono ay sojaria fanan kele nin kumu nimmo beje mense nyun kolu fahama ay kolu bondi mole nyoto mote tarlaje mense tambi ambassador Essa Bokar Sila nkontantan kasuto na Bitilo de jang ambassador nge konto nge bismillah Bitilo de jang ngala nyi manke sinya flori keso de jam nse bula tabake molse nyokonto bari tumando baron se luntam fulanja wanyim farana ko fo ko la ngana dum konton drol kono membe ambassador e karakotangola wala mu Kebba Camara di journalist Kebba Camara keta moti mealon ko fanan tobota ala do ko kono te mu senior journalist di Gambia banko kan Kebba kontanten se wota ngeso do ngal bismillah ambassador se buleni mol se nyo konton kada bake ngana bula kacha kono
aywa alhamdulillah falinka ndalta men fole don yalon tol mo talibe dingol ledi min natan ganna konton diro commencé ne bismillahir rahmanir rahim la adum fanambe ala danila adum fanamba fala ko na roddu bigal ada min kulli wichatin bil ismi narmihi min al budi bisiyatat wo mu ayole de me alongo aka fennoringol fay aka setano fay adun dol nata jam lafta nga kajaake me alongo asidum mol tulolto ay sita sondo mol kono be ala danila wala alhamdulillah rabbil alamin
abaraka bake alamadu wal jabila amin Allah wala mu ambassador Essa Bokar City Kebba mbe kacha folole itelela pour mol men yalon ko tumando bato e manko keso soto e be kafu kam masay warafang e mantara nyin ko noma kan menketa nyin CDS la bayo di safo moli muneketa anim futata nyin tembo to nyaadila
baraka bake assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah ka mobe kontong lamor lal nen jiber lal ko ya fo nyamen sa entendinde butu malon fo is qualified ka fo ko ya bayle kantu ngaminje abe sakulet kan jaman labam bunda alto social media wala atle palaso sey ako amang hamo soto ka continue ko tanke palaso ni na CDS ya ni na e ka fo mi resign ngamra nyanda ko bonni nyot la folo fo ya bayle fa resign tala bar min fintra kibar janjangol to bundal to wala a resign tala wala ay palaso ni sele anu ngaminje fanang social media kibar bundal to ko his excellency the
mbaɗigolu wala mo keɓa Camara ti journaliste keɓa Camara kam to ko mbe kole asoto kan internet ola karola keɓaɓe même ma kan je wala mo teñin resignation ti me alon ko wala bota teñin sojar kunda jaton ko bulu kaya fa ñamen a resign tale so mbe men kela keɓa ngamra mbe keɓa tala téléphone to drom ning ay kaja continue katunga kam to ko network o mantara sahayari mbake gambe banko kan abe jaranka alla keɓa ibe fenne sata kanung dukare ni setente woto ya check woto danta damendo ngatente
exactly comme nga fo nyame to ko man fastron ni jambake bare nata molbe moy kan oto abekli comme nga CDS ni wala former CDS mo sa fo no nyame Mamat O.A atabo molti mi yalan ko bi ning arjumo me karotul mo nin ko ndo atabo molti yalan ko e ko ako ay palaso ning le ay palaso ni sendile resign dale ay fonyo bar mo so ni karo ke munat na resign ta munat na ay fonyo mi na resign mi ay fonyo ati na ko ba ka wala albitima la bango def to kan molo biye mi yalan ko e ka fay ko modu sen ni modu sen mo molti mi yalan ko atemu CDS ning amakwela aid special aid mi yalan ko ka CDS ning aka mako yi ninko aka mako jama ka minge military kunda police kunda fire service kunda anin jama nyim fancy mol mi yalan ko masala mol leti security leti banko tankala leti ela kuntiol ka mosto mi yalan ko wolle ka to e mako la ninko ike mako le dol bije e se bundal yele dol bije sa failol dila dol bije naka la fasola so jiola jana so ketande ke mako dal ela day to day ela every day ela na pour kule sonable ni mo mo le mi yalan ko katre bala always every time la ni mo do sen atle benum Mamat O.A dala atle ka mako ya la special aid aka mako num cool dol la butu malum problème bot na min dole fonni Mamadou Sen ka abe fonyola do ko la wala ya bondi atani Mamat O.A former CDS koto former CDS fon ya fo nyame ko kabri ya ni ka munatina atajanta bola nyin koto amam fek explain mi yalan ko mo se wala moy no bari nataje atata media household to atata media household ngamoy ka standard atata Watson Gambia atata Kerfat atata Dulato ka ko Mamat O.A wala tabe do ko wala min koto former CDS abu molte mi yalango ala do ko abuka lanno nin tilimo sambaje wala mo jama ka fo mi angala ka fo mi corrupt e ko aka do ko ala jenko siata je bake ay ku jama la ke mi yalango akati ajale ko woni loi manda wala tinam atala fa bo odda CDS wala atala fa ke fodo ni aji be falli jama la bam bundal kabri safaroke wala kabri ni nyin diabda saka Watson Gambia etole min fo wolen nyin Mamat nyin Modu Sen amo molti mi yalan ko ay fenya man la fo bari ka koñin ka summarize drong wala ka sutiyandi fara fenya lan iko CDS amo molti mi yalan ko ay interest num keno do to mi yalan ko abe fara fenya kabrin ay interest do je amo molti mi yalan ko kodi ko anin sandro na duma ni woltema bar kabrin ko do nyim manna asi kabra manketa mi yalan ko ata nyanda ka wole labang pro keno nyi ka tati iko ate sojoro la moto do bije troko do bije e kaya wolata aya di nyin kena wa fila kaya ko sa sojoro la nyin troko dila o kola ina nyin lan nyin ina katol be na lan nyin na keno nyin na ken tati iko
so Kebba, just 1 minute that is really important bari pour mol men yalon ko iben jibe kabe lamo kam pour se bula ko no mano ya faham Kebba be dunka men kono sain wala mu tumirol ti men yalon ko wolel bota nyin sajin sen bulu kanin fana kaytan dal ko sajin sen formu sojarolti abe do ko la banko sojar kundale ko Kebba ya fo nyamen adabe molel kono nun men bunu CDS la office o kono ibe CDS la kango koto ka CDS ma koy kala do ko ke adabe mol kono le ka fo mene ko di aids men ko drive lo ala odli la nanyum mo sifalo so comme Kebba ya fo nyamen Kebba janibe dun allegation kono ke jansa demanding in terms of kodo lu men yalon ko wollelu fanan findita nun komando kibaje jam bundado yes standard newspaper fo akibaro follow tanu findita nun woleto adabe tumiro lu kono Mahmoud Seni memfo wara fang me yatin na foy fota da tembodo e ko ye kodile di atani Sergeant Sen la kodo ngamira tata kanyana for 50,000 or something like that so Sergeant Sen yo kodo nyinta amanson naka sendi ami ya kaninga bula kata dile la umala kodo le ta kub katum CDS kabula hajo jamal tamola so aka fansun kodo dundu CDS la hajo lodo so amanson abida mampare ko kodo sendi wala nata nyim problème o be sabu inata ya demote ya bondi CDS la office ya ke klakoti bari inse kabodo ka tenten silang isa fo moli killing tumirol men yalon ko CDS ye walelu Mahmoud Seni ye walela CDS la
okay abe kono mfali wala ñing keno mi yalan ko abe farafenya wo findira France ta bake keno ñing ñi Momar Sen ko CDS mo molti mi yalan ko anata interest ro keno ñin do bari budum fok ko di ko ndaje ko go bari kabrin fentuje sa pour keno ñing CDS to yala kabrin ko do ñi manke da ko do ñi tuta CDS na rafa ñi kenati ko woto mbe moto dilila mbe ko dilila mi yalan ko abe bola sojar kundala mba dilila yata o kola ena ñing keno ñing dinna so ñi Momar Sen ako wo mu corruptionality wo mu jenkolti kantun troko ñing moto ba ñing wo nata sojar yol le to yala wo mu sojar kundan ko le tati munat na CDS bo tala ka tati ayna ay modo diala pour ena ñing keno diala mala fo fale je fam fale
yes senator
kabra botol kabrin kene ko nyim bota je ngawke wandi ngawke kilinde kabrin kene ko nyim bota je ngajef nan wason Gambia wala jaman la banda bañi media household ñing e wulta ko wulta $1 million andung ye minto safa je wala ami sekati ami seka ye wala tumi wala ye wala fo ko walen CDS Mamat O Cham la nomonyoti ala musoti ñing ami seka dung a to pharmacie ta ñing kol ko no baake ñing corruption on ñing allegation bebe kering CDS ta ñing muso a to ka finti je baake a to ka fo baake ñi 1 million ñing ning atra al ka social media ñing jibele ko amu ko dolti mi yalan ko abota sodara kundala ay la credit union abota woldo andu ye minto safa bala wala CDS la musoti ka diala pour ay ta jula yake business okay anda bitada men bita baga solda sanna da men wala chanati bare mi ya coco waranji ñing Mamadou Sen mi yalan ko atamundu CDS la aka mako ku jamato aba fo kan kibar janale watu minna ako ñu 1 million ñing ako nyimuso ameseka amanya naka ni 1 million on muta amanya naka soto amanya naka muna fangala kanta amu molti mi ka mantra soldier kunda amantra do ko laji nin atra fanga be soldier kula wala do ko laji le 1 million on nabe dila don toro wala bisaso anyanda ka di imo jamal la bar amanya naka ta di mo kilimo to yala bar nyaaji be Mamat O Cham CDS ñing kabra abe diam kan ngalon audio be bulu je janda kam play ñato kan dafa diam tan ñu ko la kabra be diam kan ay mi fodro ako ñu 1 million ñing amu kulti mi yalon ko atala musobe part of the credit union wala etol kela kodol mabo da men kela salary ta da men whatsoever ala muso ñu mu multi mi yalon ko aka contribute jele aka la kodol landi jele ako woto niaje ñindi ñinna pour ay business kele anu nay business ke amina ñing kodo ñing 1 million ñing amina jola back to the army and interest bari fo mo sina lawo ku mola or not kantung mo ye so na kisika so da men wala munatina e ma 1 million ñindi soldier dola musola wala munat ne madi soldier dola wala munat ne madi modola bari CDS la muso yaadi wala so hani o majo fo fembe fintla o ba fo fembe kelale wala tina ñing Momul Sen hani kabi ako ñimu kulati mi yalla ko atiaje ko ko ning so din corruption obje
okay so ninkumu CDS la muso banko soldier kunda la credit union wala donto dalasi million kilina
exactly
okay so même me yeko manandi demanding wala mu ko atele soldier kunda nyaaton ka ñing credit union fanan tumando bato e batel la kan fanan koto
Exactly.
Okay. So bari kome yafu nyameng mbina atenyin jabi role lele because CDS Cham biri nyin ko diamo be siarin kunun afindi talanun afana ye interview ke ani modo le interview ke ngo audio ni video soto janne mbo fanam pile la mo lenne nyaato demanding but hani bi ñi manke ko ñi tumirol danta ñinala dolu fa mo le stajin senior menu sada
sajid sene men sara be kono wala nga ñim kulungal bi yalam ko ñim fondingel min kata ni du masolo la ba ko e kata yurop kono e ke munafa wolle la falli niya jibe ni haklo bakan jama ñim ba ko e kulungol jama min ke intercept min ke muta wol fana mu sojaro lati e be la sojaro bunda de ka fa damen to e navy sa
banko la ba kono sojaro
bankola ba kono sojaro navy fana mo sa fonol fana be ñim former CDS Mamat O Cham abe wala koto kabriya kulungal muta sayenga nata aba nyama kabriya kulungal muta ni confiscate ni atra kulungal nyanta wafila kodo ni nyanta kata central bank la wala nyanta kata bankola arankesol do pour Gambia be munafang ni atra kol ba nyama bari ngamo kabriya ni kulungal muta ni former CDS aba kono ya tumi minna walen ataranin dumala ay nevi la Kebba mal commande ay call aka ko kulundo bije kulungol kono ye mini intercept nyim ba ko talal kulundo bije mi yalan ko nga interest natra Allah ta ke wafi nin ayatra Allah ta ke wafi nga interest to ka kulun kilin san kantun de multi mi yalan ko ndabe ñin julay al fana mi yalan ko wala ka ñi bana ka tending a business o be mbulu sa kulun kilin be mbulu bari mbele fla ka kulun flan ñango soto sa falli kilis kala so data wota fana ñamen wala etla dimba mini betla dimba koto nin atra wala do ko ke kulungo muta ni kulungo muta wo nyanta ka Gambia be la cool decide nin atra nyanta wa for example na wa fi do nga fo nyamen anta Gambia la rankeso ba nite interest don ka kulungo nyin sang asekene ba wa file minna eta wa file price kendela
no tumirol fa kono e ko kulungo fa mam banjola fande ngamoy ya wafi wuli keme fula wuli talul la e kay wuli keme kiline jo toni ngamira hanibi wo mambanjola folo but hanibi tumiro la karola kulungol kola what next
wala min France rabake ndela side janga min je intrato wala ñu laan ñinti mi yalan ko ay incestro je ka sang anda sojaro la troko use ka joroke $1 million mi yalan ko wodita former CDS la musola anin bakwe kulungo ñinti mi yalan ko kabriya muta abenu navy lebulu anu ay incestro ka sang ko sanne fo kulungo ñimbe joko na ba ko na be du ko la bari ate fama man ñing kulungo banjola ko ya fo ñamen fo 100 fo 200 wala jo julobo annual team ñim be mu kulle mi yalan ko ni sajin sen ya sata anda ko ñu mu corruption allegation abe diam kan na hani kabido as we speak right now sajin sen la story do fanam figure something on kerfatu abe diam kan ko ke land cases la and in other cases mi yalan ko sometimes ako CDS every morning ka baluo sambaele samani botol tulol nim ko akol be receive and in so many things mi yalan ko akati ajala ko wol be mu corruption lati wol ma ke ko mi yalan ko nyanta kala
yes adabe comme ya fa nyame fanan ngajele ako comme ika manulu nin do mo fengolu menu kere sojar kundaye banko sojarolu men be sabatirin kampolu do eko atenyin CDS ka mani botol nin tulubi dongol nin comme nyin do mo fengolu fanay kaka wodol tawoto la ka samba ya wol bekira tumirol timen yalon ko abaranyin captain sergeant sen bulu but Kebba lafta nga damendo jibe ambassador sabari
no it's okay
lafta nga damendo fana jibe lafta nga nying sergeant modu sen kundingolo fanga jibe abenu mum palace leto abe sikuri no sojar kunda kono nyaadi le wara atanyin CDS la dokulal kono nyaadi le fo ayin kolu be keso soto if you can delve into that for us how come anata no nyaadi le fa ayin kolu kulolu nin kibarol be soto do setara sirin ka fa nyinin ka wala
falli yalo ni ko special aid wala ila assistant min be ma ko la kola amu multi mi yalan ko akanaki bala bake nin ko akanaki
nin kuma telema bulu ba buloti
la blue ha jama fona hanela telephone call hanela telephone fongo maybe ambassador sol confirm la but hanela communication fongo hanela telephone fongo ka tadela bulu jama ni mole call ni message don ka tra diam kala ni special assistant le la ni special aide ka tra diam kan wala or that means akatra an CDS ka tra nyo kam bakale ni CDS bita any important function la anala ni special aide Mr. Sergeant Sen nyanda kata nyolale nabe fongo fen sign la nabe any transaction kala jama aning Sergeant Sen ka kalam dala in fact nga kalam da ko fal ni mo sen janding sirawo ni me parakas la ko amu molti mi ko ala mol ya fo nyamen telephone ro CDS ko former CDS ya fo nyamen ala mol comme Gambia society be nyamen nde ba ma eta na boss ya nga ya fay ko nga ken na krafel wala fo ya understand o karafol wo karafo fo na dum ataning nyum former CDS temale that means fali andu jama nyum mol e ka min foye ka foye ko nitalen CDS la special aid wala IG wala whatever min bal tala drum wala lati nin ata ke hakilo sama ko ma demanding nying scandalo min gera ngamra Russia la min ambassador min tumi ka fo ngala be special program ko lo fana ni aji be won fa be diam ka wato minna won binda non wodo ko be diam ka wato minna won fana ko ene wato janta ka itol nin ambassador ning be tala drum wala ni katela when we are going to bed ni ambassador ila iko ni ambassador ila wol fe to fana nyanda la so that means ñul ni la boss tol ka tra ñoka bakele woto ni we fe mo fe fo molie comme former CDS ay ñina sign ay ñin checkole di ay ñine ke ay lan sa ñin dulantole mo ñanta la kandung to ka buntal mo balon sim kato si former CDS ala fo bebe special aid la bulu
Kebba il lafte jan sala je demanding comme e kanyum badi ya sifa même fon fote men ka tara ñun tema akata le fo la bangola fangola e ka dali ñola fo la bangola e ke bula hajo do la menu nin doko hajo fon man ke kilindi ke bula kono ke ki dula to ke fansun ko ke so lafta ka damento chodi wala muko nin kumu atanyin sajin sen na kuma fo moselano wala because akam to ka ko ke so sotol
exactly fali nko la foye ko bi lala ke fata nko la foye kadi yama sainta nyalale telephone conversation jamal keta nyalale transaction jamal keta nyalale or na ko rom fali mo nyanta la wala
so in terms of sedewol nin sede jarolu ay fennu findindi le follow bang kala nyin kuma kanolu sahayandi anin nyin tumirolu fonga natalo lu jele bang fonga video lu jele bang fonga recording ol jele bang ngamuneje sofa mune lata bankero ngala ko Watson Gambia has been one of the main media houses men lota nyin ko la ka ko lanke na makende ke ngamuneje mune findira ay mune banke
on falle natalo findira video findira kuluma nyin ministanda ngaje WhatsApp conversation oto aning ala dokula be diamola dokula ka text aka fay ko bi nganye jama le muta today is a good cut for example nga 1 million chako ni fana nga 1 million chako ni fana me min fokan a findira ala musol tolo bala anin katol mi yalla go on falli butu mala fongo discuss la bari e ka dimo fana na fe in the army nyamen sojorol nyamen ikon nakaroni janko biji ando katol fana fitira dimo na fe nyamen iko dimo samana ne kandum training do nyanda ka kenum moroko banko bank iko aya dimo dundu wo package kono la dimo samba butum iko ay birth certificate wulu kati do le fongo dawo mi yalla ko fa dimo sanjo la fa tala o tumul be ketale andunga ilani karo kan katol bijele min yalan ko comme ya min man ta social media jibe kan ba ni tara comme ya fa nyame wason gambel be ni ko fa be safikan ni tara je e ka cheko ni tara jele e ka katol tara jele min yalan ko former CDS abe correspondent ke ka wato minna anim fana ning kulungo ngam min foye ami sekala muso to be safringa kulungo nyimbala andu kulungo nyimbe do ko la ko WhatsApp conversation fana fintra mi yalan ko screenshot fana nya jele comme anala molbe diam kan anala do ko be diam kan ba mi yalan ko wala kan yedo meke e ka fay ko bi nga nye jama mota kan ngam ko nyode mo be nyamen ni la do ko la so ni la ba ko no ni mu taroke ni kum nyemuru kemele muta for example alka talale do yeke CDS tati do yeke altol do ko la tati so sede jarol dal ñin sadin sen mamon sen amumolti mi yalla ko hani sama ni kay ko be sambala kiti la ate akam da evidence jamala babul mi yalla ko maybe amandol fon fidde fo bar jamala fanan fidde jamala babul dara internet
Abarakaba ke mbaringolu wole mu journalist Kebba Camarati Bitilo la senior national correspondent atelebe kolu boka moli nyoto kaya fo nyamen nga jele natalolu findita kaytolu fanan lata kene bato sedewol ni sede jarolu kabo atani sajin modu sen bulu ani moko to men yalan ko lebelori nyin ko wala al nyaabe nyin natalo la men naten e ko nyine mu kilinti kulungolu kono ye men muta bakwe talal bulu so CDS nata men sang navy bulu yenyin kulungo muta baku itala lel bulu navy ya muta to lel bulu biring navy ya muta atena to kulungo ta navy bulu ika ya sangi bulle ko kibaru le atene navy wolle mo banko ba kon sojero wol be batel la kan koto wala atna doliaje ko ku amanke ku sahariyarenti kata tel mo banko sojero kundala a kebati ate manyan na ka senka muru kawo nyom fensi fa sang katu molbe sed na ko tumando bato tilingoto nin toñata sotala kono ke bay tumiro mem fanam fo iko $1 million cheko mem bota credit union banko sojer kundala credit union atanyin Mamat O.A men nyatun ka wo chego al nyaabe wala natalo la teng ikala muso wala to mo ami sekati ye wala donto $1 million kilina pour asita China kata business wala woto ayna ay woke credit union abele ko sojarolu la kafun kodi kafun bululem kafulem comme sojar kunda be nin kari botala e ka kodo kafu nyomale ya ke konto kono abele ko banki mulungo sojar kunda e karola nimme haji kandi soto ye sojarolu mako je ka bungol lo ka kukotangol ke so iko wolulo kafun kodo ye woleta ye $1 million sika kilin sika kadi atenin ami sekala puru ase asita business wala woto ko aliyamo je nyamen adabe kool fanan kono menu tumita wole mu doma fengoldi men ka bo sojer kunda al nyaabe nyim menate mani botole mu tulugalo no mento lokoti kata fo kondi mam feng kotangolu molka sula menu la domoro la karola wo natalul fanan findita e ko CDS wolu benata ke fenti malon ko e ko e nyanta kela nun sojer kunda talati bari iko atenyin CDS akadolu fanan tawto aka samba ala suwo kono ko ngamo nyame ko be ngafa nyame nyun be mu tumiro leldi menu findita follow keba kataba ke namane bula lafa ke nyininka menna nga jele ko kabirin nyin ko kibaro findita mansakunda na kankularo ke ko atenyin Mamat O.A General Cham abe resign kanne ko yafa nyama bala palaso sendi kanne andu ikoye mole senda noro so lafa ke nyininka menna mansakunda lo kankularo kono ye mune fango fo ko wele keta ala falingo dalilodi if you can take us through the press release from the government ngajele ko even state house ya akibaro nyum fanam fintindile if you can take us through that quickly then ambassador samanang ay so hakilo la nyanta nyin ko karana nyame bismillah Kebba Kebba akamto ko mfota Kebba lale bari komen drong ngafo nyamen masakunda biri nyin ko findita ifanam findita le al nyaabe nyimmenaten nyine keta kankularo ti membota state house bulu ka jamamo lu kala mutandiko general Mamat O.A ya falinne kamo se noto ka ke sojer kunda nyaton koti waketa general brigadier general Usman Gomesti ko kibarolu yaitani nyamena atenyin state house fangola kankularo kono ya sanyandi jele ko atenyin Mamat ala resignation letter kono biringa be sira on sendi kam president Adama Baroma ako tumiro lel ba kan wo dalilo kambala abe laftel pour ka sira wonyinta ka sendi esaje aselo bari wo kankular kilmo nyim fanan kono ako aba itandi la president Adama Barrow fanan ko ata be janne ni ngatere surata ka akiskis ka ko nyin dango bondi ka kiskis ka di ko de tonya se sabati nyin koro DCO nga mwende ka fay
It's okay.
ambassador ninko DCO nga doko ken nyin kan no wari sorta no na doku lato wala munun toti bari ambassador kontanta se wota kesoto ngeje ngetentu in sabaro menta
Oh yes.
Nyinga men follow itala miro mu muneti what is your reaction to nyin kol men bebe kerin ten nyin tu mirolu kata fo ata nyin falingo me alon ko wala sorata bismillah
mfali nimbara bake nte de mbedda men tola nte kuoku meye tankola karota dron akante malundele akanke sunolji katunte ite fon ya lonko mol fon ka fo OIC wato men be do ko I'm very biased towards na soldier bunda police solu anabe katu ninte keta kuti dunia kono itol fana e ku jamale dundi kono dal kulwo ni kudola karola ninko e ko amanke sunotinte ya mantoja foye I don't like this malafi nyina because kasi bi ka moy ko soldier bunda Gambia kono membe molbe santo wenala doko sai ama sai ku kamma ko e tumiro le la kam adu meye tumiro la kam fanan ma moma londe nene maje a jato barinta fo la mole ko fana malom kadu aninde diamutale kabiri nyinkol fintita ko ayente buñale adung ameta moyla adung ayena background loan security to ate Mamadou Sen adum nimbarat wala ako ate mo kila ate fon lente contact direct among lokum fula fon side ako nyeko bella fila ni si ila experience isente guide ka tunte nga londe memento mammo toñe bari hakili kilinte hakilti ayani kulu wole kenak kay ko ate fon len contact amamo ki de direct Facebook malong mol kono defanan meni en kuru na dolong wo fanan experience soto military intelligence lo kola adoko ke fo janne istimo ani Sudan ana beani UN kay ko jumale mo nyinti wo ko nyeko ngagnin train dindin kende bale mwati amanke kawyeti amanke toleti amanke moti menka mol tumi denene malo nyi sifal o e wole fonyen kay okay woto ite ya clear ay nante ni aninte si ngala moyala abe men fola nye kato ate fo ko nyeko ila jiko woyente ayente convince ko ni te sino ngamelong adum be fem fola jang wole mu na taran de ngin kala mutanu dajita wato menna bin be kumandila nu nga kata nga CDS kumandin aya famaji den nying kumandi ya diamu katu in any country ni mo mamwo for a general of the army mo meye soldier bunda nyaton kaya wo akamundale ko tankola karola juru boro yomfata adun wo mankoy de min sa sotono mo meye army nyaton kaya mo meye police bunda nyaton kaya mo meye national drug law enforcement agency mo meye SAS nyaton kaya nin sa sotono wolte scandal sotola nte na own experience because it's not good for a country amam better modum mo be kam mistake kele hadama dingole mo iti itol menu ye je wo dulal nyaton kaya ngalo ne ko hadama dingole mo iti bari ni aje nganyim fo fuloli man sali kinin soto iko so go boni tan limore ayima iko ni be controla ni kilin tinyata akamundal ko fulan sabanani wolte bereano la korek so nying mol manyanna mutala ko ya tumele resign ta abanda no nying modlamin sen fanan ay wulula le soto Gambia no le mati ate fanan ay right soto ka ay meng soto akono ka fintindi bari yalon ngaje nyame natra yeyla moy ala nung folo aman ku jama fonte folo de bari nte fanan na own training using psychodynamics and all those things ngalla moy ala few minutes old menna modlamin nte natrante I was the mtelenga banko nyaton kaya mbe dina le organize la nga kumandi nga kachandi nga sing nga lo munebe kering because moma nyanna chodi la fanan ka fo amanku betro okay bari moma nyanna CDS fanan chodi la ko amu mo jawoti follow bari i ñante sindilale amanke ko ka dada ka mabode mamufo memmen mawole mu membe maborin katu yalon ni sifalu e kamunta ko war zone fali. If you are a mine detector, you would understand the language I'm saying, because there is the mine and there are the booby traps. Mine banye ni a wutu kana mira ko booby traps will be fanan tinyatale amankoy. So tenga experiment sort in other countries karundol be doko men America ni sifa manke foloti janku dol to bari ni sifa ni fintita mo jelle be fola yalong follow ako serious.
So
but do they know
maybe
experience sort of banku dolto among wo fonye follow ate mod lamin katu mod lamin fo nga faye lafila nae si ni aje nga mo ki waya kisi as a mo sifa mente ate fana he was happy about that ako he likes ngai ko atunte I'm a professional. I just don't go by sending me texts and emails, and he agreed on it with discipline, definitely. Ako, you are right. Wala ke ninge contact. Ngai ko mbela flange jibe nge la body language study. In Tepanang, I have done background on him a little bit so far because ngalo ne mo amanke klako damaji. Maybe atesiwo proof no, but I can say that with the fact that I can prove ko abotanung and nene fong ya attach or the special unit me alonko is related to intelligence. Ate. So I am military intelligence background domandi sotore. So ikajele womo sifalu ni fitida nyinata he may be moldolka foko gare mo Gambia Snowden ti sanyile mo nga Gambia la Snowden soto.
On that point, I don't know how much is a telephone nye inala kacha kono bring a contact. Did he say anything stand out?
I come media lemo. I don't want to divulge names, but it you know where I'm going to bury. I certain indicators delay. Adung ateme mabo yalo mod lamin sen nga study nyameng. He is determined. He is ready to even lose his life over this. Nga study nyameng. Amam pare kamuru koma. He is not going to stop halfway, according to the way he spoke to me. Adung ay moldol fanang sot. Sibidera no lemubang. Security mol lembang. He is ready to divulge names, you know. And I told him, because I don't want to mention the country, but I think there are certain countries interested in talking to him. But I cannot say these countries. Not that I'm scared of anybody, because I can, but yalong kuo fanang ate fana benyameng ate morlamin. Ate fa man worry moya fo. Ate fa he can say, because ngaje nyameng amanke motimen chow tanak. He is very steady. Nina diamuta, he is steady. Aka diamu nyameng abuka, he's not fussy. Abuka podika podi. No. He takes his time. And he got his references and judgments. He really, na famous phrase, we laugh over it, association of variables. I often kendeke adung, he has given me hard copies of evidences that he has, and I have them, and I am going to process them, and I'm processing them. I will Kenyan.
Lafakalo on Janim, we look at, other kukuta member nyinkono. Yamira because come here memfo wole mutonyari wakilo bala koto bakele. Abe determined in kola bakele because I have seen a lot of ngakalam toko I media house jamalu kibaje bunda jamalelu contact I menu kachanyo anyin kola ani nyim Facebook tiola ani nyim fenkolu. So where do you think that is coming from? That level of, is it from anger? Abe kamfaring kulela bang for yamira ko beboka mindol.
No, I don't think Motlamin is angry. It's a mixture of disappointment and frustration. Because like they always say, if you want to investigate something, you have to balance it between causes and effects. What caused Motlamin to reach this stage? A person who was ready to take a bullet for CDS. A person who has always been ready and sleeping everywhere, exposing himself to danger and obey for the same man, all of a sudden, a switch like that, there must be a cause. Ndenga mem long manta mol fola bari ako dol intervened to speak between him and the CDS. But niaja ma wol fon ta a fintita aya fo. Ako because among the people yala story narrate for him because ayalon it has happened to other people in the Gambia. If you're a security chief or whatever you are, you call him. Anita diamuta. Ite kaya kombe lole la call fe. Bari ite alafta ite ya fo nyame ima fo nya morlamin ko na ni court sita or anabe I am for briefly naman diamu like long time. Ako atele bita court so woto atete sonna moyala story narrate ay sama lo to testify as if ite bala story relay la wala kendi ako he rushed wala kendi ko in a jovial but at the same time in a serious way. Ni Gambia ka fonu ko Snowden nyinne mo Snowden. Katu is from the he's from the security sector. He worked as with he worked within
the GB sign. Wole mu kumakango Kenyati kankularo membota Office of the President ko ngafo nyame nyingularo Gambia watola ye kankularo ke ko ye General Mamat Cham resign tale. Bari la fake nyininga menna ni la crossro futara je ya mera ko entala bang fo ya forcer le pour ay finti because ya long bayro fanan asifa jamale beje wato do le saje yena nay koy ko be palaso mento mbatale bulle ye bay ye modo keje wato do beje yena koy ko silang ke ila nyim palaso tende no la ifango say what is your reading into a resignation kankularo a kankulata nyamen kabo Office of the President?
Like I was saying, my experience with other situations, I really don't know what is the cause, whether it is the Camara session discussion that resulted to a resignation, or whether it is him who voluntarily came out and said, look, this is just not me, I cannot handle this, I have to get out of this situation and then be a private ordinary citizen and then stand up for myself. Because if I am still the CDS, I may be biased where it is about defending myself. I hope that is the situation. But in other countries, it happens. I cannot say that that's what brought him. In other countries, you reach certain stages, questionable things within the contents of the character, because that's why in US system, one of the criteria, Janibe security clearance sotola, they will follow and see whether you are not susceptible to being corrupted. Wolemu, imumote me alongo, ye dajika jeitoto na tara ye koma fele imam moje buluba mara imam moje ni moye kodo di lay batala. Yalo wofana American la system ikafo natra ye wo dajiko ibuka security clearance deal ado nima soto ate place o men soto ite wo palaso soto dola. So I tend to believe that let us balance between the two. It may be something generated by frustration and also shame, but it may also be a Camara session decision. What I mean by Camara, walemu kulo to kachako ke ifang bunya nyinkono isafu ko nga sayindi le kato ni ma sayindi as install se bayi ma fo wole kerade bari banku do ika woke. So malo nak moneyate dundi nyito bari kamuruna sen la kuoto yalom fali sen la kuo na taranu ya dubeng wato men na sotota ye investigations conduct ye disciplinary measures ta against the CDS yalom tennung ku jama sotota so ku jama fintita tenu a fintila maybe molbe sila donga moyko yake ambassador di wala yake nyiti bari sai the vindictiveness of certain individuals, where is the guarantee? Because Senfana Nama Fankankula, Naya start Nunkake Duma in a pen under a pen name. What about Nia Mutanung Iko sending false information to the authorities because evidence trouble. Because Mayate Marco he has concrete evidence. Because in some of the evidences, there are letters associated with Gambia Civil Aviation Authority. You know, I am processing them because I have the right to do so, because I didn't call him, he approached me. And the same did not mince his words. He has met heads of security services. I will not mention their names, but he has met them. He has written statements. So Ate, he said he's ready for it. And that, you know, I gave a clue, you know, I think you will understand what I'm saying. It's an X factor here, you know. So Banku Dol Besula la anai inai si Gambia nyanta wolona. Because yalo nyin kulun ko ya for daoda. Banku Dol canning human trafficking associate. Ikane drug associate. Janni be kuko yolonna. Ma foko wole bije de bari Banku Dol nie wo kala muta. Ila processing ika wol bele jibe fo wo fana mantara kono bang. Nia jibe ko mantara kono, then it's fine. But this sort of accusation, ye men chodi, ate mujumality woye. Let no Gambian make the mistake of Banku Dolte interest sotola nyinkoto. They will definitely be interested in it. So
This
that's
is,
it. I don't send Memfo on the phone. Imanya na jutula la dal. No, because
ambat CDS phone la kumakan lelu play molie because ning modo lelie interview sotonum birin ko finetamu a fango la jabiro mu menti nyin tumirol to lafta ngana auto bari lafa ke menna dobe je because I've seen that also online dolba fokanko muna tinna seni but for sign ka fintinang biring anin CDS walita. Do you think that matters here, or should we overlook that?
I think that is a decapitated part of the story, because Sen started reacting to a point where he was jailed, but a certain security head intervened between him and the CDS.
He was jailed. Yeah, sorong.
Yes, in an detained. Yes, because ngambera wo kola le mu akamfata na. I don't want to go that route, but Sen is even bringing in family members, not only the wife there, all the family members. Adumfanang, ako near just certain people intervene between him and CDS because it all form man Senea. So that's why I said my advice here is, because we all want nte manke motimen, you know that manke motimen ka kontan ka moiko safara tankola karola. What should be done right now is to set up an independent, impartial task force. No influence from SEN, no influence from CDS, no influence from any service chief. Every other person, Mayor Longo, SEN had links with you through his phone and all that. Let them exclude you. Let it be completely independent. And each of them should be investigated independently in a different room from the other, so that they can match the statements when the other party doesn't know what the other party is saying.
This year, how unusual is it to bring down the head of the army of a country in this manner?
Pour katonya fo ede vali ntedei mafo anene man soto bari is very rare, because accusation or kakele, even in Senegal sometimes in the past ikamwele dol katonya roke ko General Kali forces recruits to buy their milk in the barracks. Bari pour ay futa nyin temboto ntenene mama mafo anene man soto banku dolta de. Bari with this level of revelations, accusatory positions, and indexing the individual. Sometimes, you know, kamo chodi kakangola mola bari nyimmanke kakangola mola yalon kakangola mola in terms of English language and in investigation fali bari nying yalon eka for evidence bari courts they go by credible evidence Sani akamunta level sen is an extension of the Jane Commission in a way within a given context. Because B, Natara, for example, another particular individual, a country head Sama, not right now. Senla case is not, even if it is investigated now, formally closed, it is not going to be closed in a future government. A future government that is really ready. Because you know why? That future government will be careful because this is a delicate institution. I don't like seeing particularly Gambia Armed Forces being dragged into this kind of murky, toxic situation. Among better, it's not good because Sifa akamunta go natara kango anin kuluo yalong if the threat of authority and the threat of discipline. Juluboro lemo ayom fatale wo among koi. Because Sani Bajal had a resignation of I think he took the right decision because I don't know whether I will commend him or not, but he took the right decision. Even if he was asked to do it or whether, but it's a good decision. Even if he was asked by others to do it, they told him to do the right thing. Because right now, it will be very difficult for him to maintain discipline within the army.
Yeah.
Now he's replaced by his deputy. A person I also know. Not personally, I know him because he also lives in Old Yundum somewhere because the neighbors know him. Maybe he doesn't know that I know the neighbors he lives with, but the testimonies they have about the person who replaced him, well, I think they are admirable in a way because let's wait to see though. I am not going to, like I said earlier on in my mind that President Reagan said, trust but verify. In this situation now, anybody brought before me, I will trust you, but I'll verify you.
Trust but verify mbaɗigolu wolemu Essa Bokar City aka menna ko foje wolemu General Brigadier General Ousmane Gomez yemen sey General Mamat Cham noto ka ke banko suder kunda nyaton kodi disi yo nyimbe mune wulu no la banko suder kunda e o mu kuleti me alon ko be murana njele bari lafta nga meke dro wolemu ngalla moy kacala me alon ko General Mamat Cham ye wala soto nun commando ka jaabiro ke ñun tumirol men be ye men be la kan killing ay be jaabi ali nga wala moy nimurtanam ngana jibe ke ñin sem mun ku le wuluno banko la tanko e anin ku ko tangol al canada alhamdulillah.
Thank you.
Out of 10. And the water, there was no water and all the rest of it. So later I asked him, why is it that, what was taken there was not actually sown? He said she was told by the host and one of the other officers that we don't check presidents in that place because they are used to fire. So I said, no problem, but next time you refer it back to me. The following day was a Wednesday when those officers, the newly commissioned Gambian trained officers, were on parade. So he never came, he never reported. When I got from the parade, got to the office, I saw a letter that he was requesting to be transferred from my office. Yeah, I thought that it was just, a normal overreaction. So I said no. I called him and said he didn't take my food. Out of consideration, because the mother, in Gambian society, when somebody is close to you, the family comes and said, we entrust him to you.
Mbari ola abe menna ko fo kanje wala mu Sajin Mahmoud Senti anin wo temo anin wo batala officer ko nyama be wala fo kam barabe na bulala tumirol kon la alinga la moy.
So I thought that it was just a normal family thing that he's angry, and then usually when those little things happen in the house, you settle them as an elder. To the extent that even my wife went to see the mother to see what was wrong. Then when he refused, and when he appeared the following day, I called the officers, my MA and two other officers. so that we can cancel him. And then they told him that, why do you want to leave? And then he has no explanation. And then they asked him to just get back to normal soldier and behave himself. Yeah, but after that, he never turned up. And then following this, I said, then let me release him from the office. I transferred him back to the army headquarters where he was serving as a clerk. Following that, well, it was, I think his time was about to run out by August.
For retirement?
For retirement, yes, this engagement. Yeah, so when he applied, the army commander, who is now the competent guy to handle his thing, approved and give himself he can go. Immediately he was released on discharge. I saw some article with Bokar saying that CDS, you've released your distinct article.
You're oddly.
You're oddly. Yeah, he has some secrets for you, and he will be careful.
Yes.
I never paid heed to those things until when that unfortunate they had that panel on the Sky TV or whatever, alleging so many unfounded allegations against me. One of which was the boat issue at the Navy.
Yes, the boat. Yes.
Yeah, these are things that are abandoned, and then the Navy, who is responsible for policing the waters. At one point, the chief wrote a letter to me to say whether I can allow them to sell the boats. Then I authorized and said, let us set up a committee under the chief of Navy staff, so that those boats that are no longer useful, they are not in any documentation, they are abandoned by these bagway people. They can sell them as they are. And there is a board that was doing that. I think up to some point, I am a Nyominka. I am interested in boats. And him saying knew that I was making a boat, completely outside this thing. Yeah, which there is a guy in Tanje who made the boat for me. I think I paid about 250,000.
You see?
A new one. So when the boat was ready, I bought my nets together with some family contribution. And then they said, no, one of them will not be sufficient. We need a follow-up. So then he came and said, why don't we buy among those which the Navy, immigration are selling? So I told him, yeah, go and find out. If they have anything that they are selling, let me know. After some time, he came and said, sir, they don't have, but the Navy, they are selling. So there is this particular boat that they are selling. I said, go and negotiate. They charge, I think, 300,000. I said, no, I cannot pay that. Let them sell it to me. We agreed between him and them. They agreed for 250,000.
That's the Navy guys.
The Navy guys, which is a boat. I have never seen the boat. I have never seen the thing, but these things are sold as they are. So I gave him a check. He went to withdraw and then paid 100,000. The balance, they say I can pay maybe in the future. Out of the 200, later on when I had money, I paid another 100. So there is a balance of 50,000 still left with him. I'm yet to settle. Yeah. So I thought if I have my boat, I had a captain that was selected from what is called the Tanje area. Those boys that have been in the boat. So there was a team. I selected the captain, and then they select the people who go with them. The particular arrangements are that when they catch, you share half and half. Okay. They take half, then you take half. Okay. So sometimes when they don't have anything, then you draw from your pocket and pay for their expenses. So those were the times that when he closed his eyes. If my wife is not able to go, I told him go and collect whatever they have. So those are the ones he documented and said I am getting 500,000 from the boat every day.
Yes.
If that was the case, do you think I would still be struggling?
No. And secondly, also on the side of the check from the credit facility, they said your wife benefited and no other army's wives or whatsoever benefited from the credit facility.
That is not true. You see, the credit union belongs to the soldiers and the family members.
This is what I said. If he replied,
my wife is a member of the credit union. Before this thing,
you see,
with a saving of almost 600,000.
Your wife herself.
Yes, it's for me. And then when she's been going to this since before I guy come back to the army even.
Look at that.
Yes, since 2013.
So, secondly, the truck with the land document. He said you sold it. You exchanged the truck for a land in Farafenye.
I will give you the CO of two infantry battalion.
Okay.
Who is there? Who is the one that I used to give money to pay this guy? In fact, this land transaction started well before I was deputy even chief of defense staff.
Look at that.
At one point, the man even threatened to sell the land and give me back my money. Yeah, so we managed 50,000 there until we paid for it. So when they finally made the document, I think the document is about December 2025 or so, around that area.
Yes.
So the CEO was sending me, said that there is still a signature, and then probably it was sent to his WhatsApp. That is what he's sharing.
Mbaringolu wole mu mbela mo nyola wole mu General Mamat Chamti aning molebe nu interview la wala ba nyinin ka kan nun nyin kuwala kuwolu tumirol men yalon ko wolel be fokan ay kuma jamala fo wo kacha nyin kono alo jamfata man wato soto pour ko be play bari mbe men kala drom mbe linkolu kala YouTube channel o duma jele nalia click drongal be nyim video jele lal sabi la moy nole full wara leta Watson Gambia internet already. I think Bokar, Mr. Bahum le interview nyinke. Everything is there, but we will also put it on our platform. Isa jatol meni alonko alla fakela moya bela alsa bela moje CDS jabiro ke kuma kan wala meni alonko ya jabi ya nyininka wala. This year ambassador lafa ke nyininka memfa wala. Wole mu CDS fanwe nying tumirolu be ku handle nyameng. You know, because personally in la miroro do kubunda membo ko sojar kunna wala nyaton ku ya tumi fenna membo ko nying tapleani timbalia fo kaytol be la kam banke oto ay nyun ko handul nyamen ka finti kata ka diamu ka kumolu fo nde kunni wala miroto amanya na kelo nyama so malete nyun ko be kara nyadi nyun situation be handul nyamen ite aje nyadi de.
I agree with you 100% or even 1,000,000%. You see, being a chief of defense staff of the Gambia Armed Forces, Womanke Palace in Dinti, is a very, very heavy duty reserved for high value target. So, I don't agree with the fact that Moyena Kafoko Yalon, what is unfounded? Wale mukuti me alongo amantara loring kukang diamo kensen them. What is of innuendo and what is of fabrication? Komole sidro emira. Yemen chodi woman yanna wofola. Many a kisi roki. For inatala lonko wole keta wole nyanda fola be needed as mfali, you had an independent, impartial investigating unit of the activities. Nalto natako, it was unfounded, ne wole tala. But yemen chodi, what I follow is unfounded because yetele index. You cannot be the one to investigate yourself and exonerate yourself. One thing I'll commend the CDS for is that he resigned in this situation. But right now, if I were him, I would not engage myself in a war of words. I will not allow anybody to drag me into that kind of situation. You see, some people, everything they see it as partisan. This is not partisan. It is Republican Valley. Republic quality. Party kutesai. So sani CDS fountain natramba advice nola ayela moi. Anyanta menkela is to withdraw from the scene completely.
Because
Anyanta fan defend la dawoda should not be on social media. It should be professionally handled. Ayala report safe, Aya fan defend, I analyze it all references where the videos, audios, I make a package, I sent to Army headquarters and the commander-in-chief, I sent to SIS and to the police. Wali na ya be fanang revise, ye fenke fanang na ko revise. If it means to set up an inquiry, yeah, set up. That's what they go. If I were to be the one to decide, that's what I would do. Definitely, but not because ni français one proverb sort of I like using it. Il goes, celui qui s'explique trop s'accuse. The one who explains a lot ends up accusing him or herself. Sorry. Well, it's good that you see my torch light. Now, when since 1 hour ago, no electricity in this place. So I'm sorry. It's another announcement I'm making. So this is it.
Pour molier ambassador be Gambia sante kurangol tata wala tana anyada mantra framansari mbake bari
yeah
menta kakafumma bari ambassador o ku kilingo fana
you know so fali
mira one of the kolu men farmansatante men fango jahalo waratante bul demanding CDS be ko dolel to nyandi ka men yalonko luwala karola ni nata tilingola doku bundato même ethical conduct among correct ay ku jamale admit wo dulato akam doko mamoud sene kuma kangal menu fo abe woli jama ate fongo be jama balel fongo to nyandi audio you know because a to nyandi la ko ay kulungo sa navy level wo be kendo la nyandi navy nyaton kodi navy betel la kango koto yaje so jama ko no la
mina wolto big
exactly
because along some people think that
go ahead sorry
I can go ahead Fali, right?
Yes.
Yeah, mbina memfola wole mo yalong when no problem Fali. No we can go WhatsApp them. Yalong there is a legal part of it because when law enforcement seizes anything, whether at sea or on land or in the air, I think there is a legal process that is responsible of assessing what is seized. First of all, screen it to see whether it doesn't have a bomb or anything in it. You cannot just seize something and then just start running around with it. It's not safe. You have to process it. You have to screen it. You have to quarantine it in courts. You know, seize phone. Because is it kulungo seize no example ye kuke kilungo kono ya time for the next 6 months. Do you know whether it is safe for you to go fishing with it? Wofanan jube ye never landi karala then legal matters Ministry of Justice there should be a process. I think we have what we call the registrar of courts and stuff like that. Cordal sister Anabe. There must be a body, even if it is not the courthouse, that is responsible of disposing of those things. So it's like, I don't agree with the fact that ite tara as army nyatonko, army member koto, marines be koto, ye fences ite a murunang, hannatarafang as a private citizen, you want to justify it, where there is ethics and compliance, you should be careful of that. Inyanta careful wala bake because in another way it's conflict of interest because ni mol nata many a loco elafta san panelo menka decide ya lonko palasi bale bebulu adu menu ya muta itile wol nyato kaya that in itself is an advantage for you over others which is not correct for ethics and compliance man law for morality so mte nata ranu kala modamba like don't do that. Kanasa. You understand? Because wo kulungol menu sister. The people that are caught, where were they taken to court and then a judge said that it is a judge's decision that they are sentenced and their properties are seized. If it is seized and there is a fine, I think it should have been disposed of and the money should be used for the fines on those people who have been caught. Or if they seize it, the person is sentenced and then you come out, you still own your property. I don't think catching them with the boat only qualifies for the boat to be seized. By who? By the ones who caught the boat. Being a law enforcement agent doesn't mean that you are Ministry of Justice, doesn't mean that you are part of the judiciary. No.
Ana apele ko comme ning police officer yete muta e ko ibe moto borindola ibe mobile bala tumando bado wara yela moto vehicle seize for whatever reason inataje lisol la nyaton ko wara station officer me ye imuta ayela moto ta ela moto me alan ko nyanda ki exhibit in your case case for example yaje wewota aya wafa fama. I think that is classic corruption.
That's the right word. Adum fale lata ku kiline kafula je mammol silandi bari ni tebe banko mento adunyi banko dolu meno be Western Hemisphere na mol nyante kekula kulungol la kuola back. Katu, we have a history of it. Mobe remembers na chuta bubo Bissau. Nimmolu man turung maritime security la. This falls under maritime security. Yaje. Outer space security and maritime security. Wale mu tankola karola bakon. Anim fanang al hawa kon. Wale mu outer space security. Na bankolu menu be Africa tiliji ni nga fo sanye dol ba mira ba fo kanedrong ngata fo nyato. They will know what I'm talking about. Inyante ke kula wala bake. Ni kulungol hanatra kulu ningole mu menka mol yorondo menka with illegal immigrants and all that. Anybody may alonko ika jibero ke nyame adu moli ya moi mbe banko mento ama me ya moi ila house iko West Africa. Yen tolto fo je Africa tiliji direct. Ni momo ya miracle membe sirinje bi tulunale mo ati waranto abe ngoma la kam mo jalay waranto ko kukela imalo. I'm just give me dandar la kanetro ni men lafta fana continue ibe men na continue do.
This year usa ngadamendo jibe ila miroto lafta lonnale for coming in terms of the next steps menu nyanta kake eti amira nyinko nyanta handula nyadile nyanta nyinko be tamanula nyadile fo anyanta danna jande bang saime mealonko General Cham resigned ay palaso say o fo amira ko kudole fana nyanta wulula nyinko nyinkoto ka ko nyin dango bondi ka tonya sapatindi ay lo banko kan because sojar ko ya fo nyamen kuluolin kangolem order discipline it's what institution see falem. What do you think the next steps should look like?
Yalong fali la nyini karo akumata bake because kuluo ngamem fonun komanto nata juluboro le mu kuluo nin kango wo juluboro yom fata bake adun woman koy yalon te wala kendi nga dati dame be murula woto tanko mole sangolem akan kenye ni kuyat because ndefanan nga jele lo so menyanta kela puruntela mirot itol ni lafta menkela yake bari mbemem fola ni make waranto ni tol ya tako parti kole mo mansa kundale mo mbem fan difen la kata ni television no totari nyim manke kuti membe danna nane woto de ni story fintita nane woto itol ya ilata la imalla la yem mtenene mam fempo mole imam menje yesi ya jibe banku dol sulata nyinnale adu iba jibe kanne so ika handul nyamen first of all they should set up committee walanto task force member jibe la membe mamfo menketa ko do duma jumal nyolle bije katu ay telephone o sotole ay email o sende ay whatsapp o sende hanna tarafan ate fon bi misal fe anin moment diamota ate Mr. Sen ite la telephone o fay ba duma wota kendila ko al hawa ka men capture kela moy mol bina wo revisit la ka lo mune be kering because sa in case niko migrants dolbe kono wol manke Gambian o te fawonte Yalon kulundo yafonun ko kulundo nene boyta mol fata. Mo kulungo hanatara amam finti bakono. Mo membe o kisi rola abe wol bele tala sign. Ka jibe muneketa exactly. So nying for number one, inyanta confidence and the morale of the soldiers ka revisit ka itandila ko. Moje kerin dunia kono men 100%. Bari isi wol fanan na trust bamba nino koteke. Because neaje ate resign ta. Aya lonne ko saji ate tara nola nyinu nyato because ika jibe nyadole nyama. Yala wo fanan manko insecurity bata so what because ite more control nola aka mundale ko dong surwal ka fo may ko so neke tere so digle changa nanga sangu mafo ate he is not good among tilling. Then no, I cannot say that about Mama Cham. Memem fokang is that adum ta fola ko do farang Momodu Lamin Sen abe membe fokan taling olemo. I cannot say that. The only thing that can reveal that is thorough, impartial, deep-rooted investigation. Asatra eboka monya kono jibe because nimam betea in an institution, especially mol mine alonko ni lafta mol tala yeke silo kan ye tilindi itol eka wolle ki Sani ibeme ki kan alma moyala yena alma moyala yellow yarafang atela fatia tata fote ma kuntu ta ala gulu ala man correct. No. This is what I'm trying to say. So Mafo Maham, I cannot say Mamat is not good, he is not straight, he is not honest. I cannot say that. The only thing that can say that is thorough, impartial investigation. Yeah.
This yo laftanga damendo fanan jibe wala mu sakunda nying situation be handle nyameng bra ko fitita comme nga fa nyameng amang ko ifo ikana ko ke resign janni bayro be tar la jebang fa fa wala sita dro aje ko alafta la resign man koy mol ma follow but nga jela ko yala resignation or accept in any way we may tan wala mo ko ya jela ko at a tenten knowledge in light of what is happening ye modo saying that no government in situation of handle nyameng yewoje nyaadire is that the right way up go about it? Number one. Number two, ñi manke di false allegation di tumirolu menuka kana kabo molu bulu kata mansakunda la karola nka jele ñin kantiolu mansakunda kono ike tumi tapale anin tilimbaliala mune atine la mirodo ñin do nin to malta fatata because this is probably the first time ngaje ko ñi mandang kumukumula karala anin dumala bari ngaje fo kantiyo ñim fango resign ta sira ñinta a sey ni ñinin kar fula ñambe je yamira mune atinna ñin tumir do nin tumir ko tangol fatata comment tapala ya tumiro.
Well, I think before Mina interviewed when you told me I will come, I had at the back of my mind go whether one agrees with him in what happened or not. I will just commend him for one thing. I resigned.
Yes.
Yeah. Because he don't accuse Jannede. Maybe Fanong, he don't command behind closed doors, I am not sure. But Mamat is the only one Mayor Longo. Accusation on Nata Akosani I have left. Wofanang is honorable. In a way, I wish everybody else would do the same thing. Ni chodi ibeman sakunda dokola isa for ngabul. So that in a way, Marlon whether he's been odd or whatever, but I still believe that his decision is between morality and cultural ethics. That's what I believe. Not professional ethics, but cultural ethics. Okay? So, Natara Wolemu, he can be commended for at least saying, I have left. Because Naya Bulalemu, investigation on the memma was it tamandino. Because he cannot still be the CDS, and then the investigation will be conducted, and some people may be involved in the army, not Morlamin, but because Morlamin Yalom Fanan, if we say we will commend him, I think Morlamin will resign the follow. Morlamin resigned first. So if there's a commendation of resignation, Morlamin deserves one too. Because he resigned, he was not fired. He left. I saw the letter.
Yeah.
In fact, he went through push and pull for that letter to be accepted based on background information I have started collecting also. Because Ante Bukalafi come from Dundi in Windows, he has said, talk, I investigate professionally to understand cases. Atema wofanyede, baringa lon neko, atata ni push and pull. Janning atebe, because people wanted to talk so that he can let it be, he will stay a corner. He is going, Amalafika stay. So he also should be commended. Now, both of them have resigned, but I can tell you for a fact that according to what I investigated through other sources, Modlamin Ala resignation is, he said he wanted to give himself the opportunity not to be influenced by anybody. Then now he is going to be an ordinary citizen who saw something that he believes is not good and he's going to reveal it. I don't think he just came out because he was fired. No. He resigned. He was not fired. He resigned until proven otherwise. But the documents are there because ateme nung bari aka cool dol for adung investigation ol ka cool dol reveal many along ko maybe media ma sort of follow fanan. And I'm sure ngaje nyame, let them try to find a way to sit with him. They conduct an impartial investigation because ni wante ni moya miracle atela continuity on this process at a dole affectla what you don't know what you're talking about. Because Modlamin as the personal assistant or clerk or whatever, he was dealing with everybody, civilian to people in government, the executive, and Modlamin was not only dealing with the army personnel. The Gambia Armed Forces is a very big, powerful institution. You cannot say they will only deal with somebody in a camouflage. No. They deal with different people for different reasons, and they have the right because they can deal with civilians, they can sign contracts, they can enter into agreements of whether it is about phones and all that. Because we all remember during the impasse of 2016, well, there are people who on one single day went to get SIM cards for about 100 people. We know those people because we were outside also using different means to fight. Not to fight physically, but to fight against ngamen belief. I don't want to divulge tactics that people would use to go through to understand how to crack that system. But some people would know what I am talking about. So this is not something that a government should consider emotionally, run around televisions defending Mama Cham or castigating other people will be defend Mohamed Lamin said, castigating Mama Cham. No. That is not it. Gambians should stop that attitude of emotionally charged ways of handling things, particularly those in the government, think that everything, when you speak against Essa, Bokar or Fali, the president will be happy with you. The president shouldn't be happy with anybody at this time who will come out to act as they are defending him or the government. There is not a situation of defend. This is a question of moving cautiously because it's a delicate situation.
It is. This year, akamta ko mbenying kacha soto kantumo menna. Jamala fanambe lakan kenebato. I think Sergeant Modusen is still talking about diamukande. Nga kibaro memuta kerfatu bulu sainteng is regarding tumir kotel nyumu tumir kutalti memma la kenebato follow eko ako atenyin General Cham menkera nyin CDS kodoti ikaye fenko nyin koko nyin koko kuifiringol ten koko ndingol merengol koko nani koko wafi Gambia Civil Aviation Authority ma wafi wolma dalasi wuli kemenani dalasi wuli taworola anilulu eko aya wafi Gambia Civil Aviation Authority ma wato menna parendro ke kanka airport mulungo nyinyandi OIC parewo kono OIC summit men sorta 2024 samala so iko wo samala o tembola ya kenyame wala moko ya kele ko comme Gambia Armed Forces lebe nying koko merengol wafikan Civil Aviation Authority ma bari ko yara fan ko do nyin tata ata nyin General Cham le bulu atele ye nyin koko merengol wafi airport maral laluma bara wafi male Gambia Armed Forces toyala bari kodo nying anara tele bulu andi même fanam nata interested nying kodo men ko fenkare jam e ko wo koko merawolu yara fang e ko president koto jammele tamu junum e kala koko kunkoto nyunu tata woleto general Cham te nying koko merawolu beta wolto e ko be demento wolto mo watna beachti même felentin banyul silo kan janibe mile 2 sotola watna beach be marala je e ko be wo koko lu kuifika wolto wo koko merawolu Cham tata wollel sika ay wafi airport ma dalasi wuli kemenani dalasi wuli tawarula ni lulu ay kodo nyinta bula fansum poso kono this yo ngalen lo sio meta saying bari
no it's all right
inyininka menna ite amere saying because it looks like nying tumirolu ibe tenten kan ne doron kananan
yeah
mondo bato nyinte kela labawati akamto ko there will be more coming so lafa ke nyininka menna ite amre saying mansa kunda se mune keno kaje ko de yaje ko general Cham nya akana sojer kunda nondi because ko afanya min sojer kunda mu bundalti me alon ko kuluwo kango tilingo wala ka tamaje je mudulalti fana me alon ko banko beleka nganya je la kola katum imuntol fangoleti banko la nyinya banko la beteya banko la mulungo isa lonno ni sujar kundala anundola sujar kunda alhamdulillah ngamira in the past 6-7-8 years ye fali do le jemen yalon ko ay je mulungo nyinyandi musa fo fanko nyame yalon ko il faut ala nun president ko jambela marlo kono is coming back so lafa ke nyinin ka menna man sakunda se mune keno kaje ko de molu kana jikla teo soto sujar kunda la karola kana ke fendi me yalon ko be sujar kunda mumela be nondila. What do you think the government should do, at least in the next few weeks to come?
Next, sorry, Fali, thank you for the question. They extract this from political rhetoric and partisan positioning and repositioning. Just to tell you, professionally, I don't go into things, many alonko. Molsi hako tunye de yalo nyimfana mo malote aliya je nawegi mon kentela albukan je fansan jambebe dibirin you know. So the thing is that Fali, investigations mobile rights soto natra imu citizen ni kumoi kana la kula no ye wuri kadiamu. Professionally, I have been to that place ye kokol kuifi dameng before and B. I drove and went there and saw them. Because take a evidence shot. Wakokol bedame nita bita sarola. Marala karola nika bobanjuli be bulubala karola. Sani it only meant for Iko, it was the beautification of the airport. Walakin ninko Iko, Mr. Senfon leba fola fon yendeta fola bari ako do lafta ay wo kumo landi bari amanke ko wo lafta Cairo la ako wo lafte fangon le tankala. That's what he said. So kabiring ayen kumandi on the phone tenga memfa we haven't still met though. No because I understand that I trust what he's saying because he's saying it with conviction because more menka finti kanyinu be fintindi apareta katal kiti wala yalo woman sila. But in Defananga as a professional, I will conduct my own investigation. I got no problem, sir, with discipline. Then interaction with Sen is that he's a highly disciplined individual. Ala diamor. Yes, because I have proofs and text. Ndema contact, Atelen contact directly Facebook, give me his name and his telephone number. I want to talk to you. I trust talking to you because professionally, I believe that you will understand where I'm coming from and you can also guide me. But I have to process the documents and the intel, so quote unquote, you have given me. I don't just get cracks of intel or anything you call it or information and just start talking. Ndeka process le. Ninte fo nga process nga jeko. Amante phone, I can forward it to somebody else outside of the country. Amari fanaya process. Mantan nunade because I have to do a job me alonko ala ning ala temo. But it before ntata fo ika o kokol kuifidame. I will comment President Jamme because alawo koko kuifo yalong ning case fanan diamo leka diamo wulu. Wala ke ninga dol contact many yo wolong iko nyeko Jamme laftano naewol kuifi foi pareta isake jang Greater Banjul area and in West Coast Bay Gambia set ke dulati me aloko en tulo mba sotola adum fana mbekela kontamid abe wol talaka coconut jelly factory fana low. That was his intention, not to own it. It was going to be for Gambians. Now all moi according to my investigations. Yeah.
General Cham ye wo koko lelta aya wafi airport ma e koko do nying dunda fansum kuoto. Bari, thank you very much, DCU Silang. The last question, tanga kula bango menjibe, wole mu funding kedi yemense anoto, menketa Brigadier General Usman Gomez. Usman Gomez dung abinakan wati la mealonko, wati kolembale mbanko sojar kundae. Because nie sojar kunda fongola nyaton ko soto, yenyu nyon tumi lala. Kombe mem kachakan tumando bato silang asisonda me wisi waso samana moja mali sojar kunda la kuoto.
Sure.
Follow la fake nyininga menna ning General Usman Gomez yesira mota mune mu ku foloti anyanta menkela o mu kilindi fulanjango be kela mendi wole mu ko based on yemelong General Usman Gomez la kuoto foya muta la kobang atele mu moti mense kuluo mense sojar kunda tankano nola nyinko kono. Do you think he has what it takes, you know, to redirect the course, but also to save the ship, basically?
Well, if I would say this thing to that dear brother, Ngaje, I once saw him, we had a brief chat. Nasita was here and Kang. My advice to, I think you said is Brigadier General, right?
Yes, Brigadier General Biriba Tombonka Wale Kankula.
Yeah, Brigadier General, or the acting CDS. Let's call him that.
Yes.
So let him sharpen his listening skills. Let him come on the seat, not to go after anybody associated with the CDS, neither should he blindly follow anything that sense tells him or the people siding with the CDS. Let him take everything that Saint tells him seriously, everything that the former CDS and people that are associated with take him seriously, but let him process it and assess it, and let him he knows the Gulf military intelligence unit more than I do, but they have a big role to play in this because they would be the best unit to help him to restore confidence in a way. And if I were him, I will go around the country as soon as possible to sit with the soldiers, even if it means in every barracks he will spend there a night and talk to them, eat with them at the mess, drink attire with them. The human touch will come there. They will come to know, because I have investigated and I know that he is liked by many of them. That much I know. They like him because they said he is humble. His body language shows humility, though, because I met him. I know people who were trained with him. I know people who have traveled with him, who have studied with him, and they have testified that he's a very calm person. He's not that pompous kind of a person, according to what I heard. Okay? But as I said, President Reagan says trust but verify. And I also know that he lives around Old Yundumo. So the neighbors spoke to me. Because me, when I am into something, if somebody talks to me, I use the ginger effect, the ginger bottle effect. If I shake the ginger bottle, that's when you feel the taste of the ginger bottle, the ginger content. So that's what I do. I go into things to know exactly. Now let him use listening skills. That's all I would advise him. And let him remain impartial. No witch hunting, and let him not also ignore anything coming from Sen. Let him not ignore anything coming from the CDS. Let him remain the arbiter. That's it. What was the second part of the question?
Whether, I think Jabile, what I asked was whether you think he has what it takes to, save the reputation of the army. But I think you touch on that.
Yeah, but on that one, he has it, but I will still use Reagan. Trust,
but
verify. Yeah.
Mbariol wolemu ambassador Essa Bokar City. Ako ay long wara ay memmoy moluka memfo general major general molmen benjibe kang they are correcting me that it is major general, not a brigadier general. He was a brigadier general, but now a major general. Thank you very much indeed. Lafa ke nyinin ka kukilin na DCU ita munun soja rolti ye soja yakele. Captain nying sajin senior manya menketeng. I'm talking about the rank and file. But you can also tell me probably in the sense that are they likely to see ko ay jamfa kuleke komen dulba fola nyamen sojer kunda mo kewulolti na duta ay dandam mangol tema wala fo amira ko ba jela ko ay menketeng is the right thing to do. How do you think sojer kunda ba ko jela nyadile? Ninga tara dinding mal ba jela nyameng abe fatala la ninke ba mal ba jela nyameng. Can you give us an idea into that? Then I will take us through who General Savage is, Kala CVGB, and I Palaso Menmara.
General Savage or Gomez?
General Gomez, sorry.
Yes. I think you see, there are two ranks in the army. People do not know. They hear it and they think they are lower ranks, but they are very important ranks, particularly when it comes to special operations, sergeant and warrant officer. There are certain warrant officers, if you want to promote them to captain, they refuse because their service makes them earn more than even a colonel because who they are. Most brigadier generals here, lieutenant generals here, pass through warrant officers. When they were recruited as officers, they trained them. Warrant officers are like Nita Molta da Kuyangoto, Ikafume Selbe.
Quintango.
It told me the sergeant. You see, people, the civilian listen to the rank only. Sen is a sergeant, but as anybody in Gulf, he was an extremely powerful sergeant while he was there because he is connected directly to the CDS and he also had some, stint with anything MI. Okay, so amanke wo yalo civilian ka rank le moy rank sergeant colonel tene bari sergeant olu they are very powerful because sergeant has direct contact with the men. So more kind of jutu sergeant la. So now when it comes to rank, what would make a sergeant feel this way to a point where between a sergeant and a CDS is too far? So mune ya kendi men dunta o sergeant kono ama risk jibe ama fenne jibe ako I don't care laban o yalo nabeno in the army with that rank he couldn't continue doing what he said okay I will leave yalo na ya bula sanye that's it adung aya long there is what they call the Armed Forces Act. Okay, aya long there is what qualifies one to go and face a court martial. He knows that. He's seasoned in it. But before you talk about court martial and all that stuff, there is also in the Armed Forces Act something that says obey all lawful orders, written or otherwise. They did not say obey all orders. All lawful orders. So what is the criteria make an order lawful in the? As I said, he knows it.
But so how do you think Yamira ko coming sojer kunda ba jela nyadile ba jela lako coming nying abe jamfa kan janne bang comme be mem fo kan coming ke wulo kan mem fo dol safo no lako okay ndol mu lelti nin ku keda mem manyang tuma do bato we can just ngabadi mun kono tama ngabang bari dol fanan safo ko sajin ye menke is the right thing ko banko la ku nyinti first jannabe kala sojer kudi nie kuje menni silo manta ye findinan ya la kenebaro So I don't know from your experience. Yeah, miracle.
Pali bina jabela menda tumado wosi jenende yalon tenite be mbota joka dule adum kelefa sane si obanda wol fawon. Sanye tankondil lonne wo wulo membe tambana ma fo ani karandam. Sanye niye takaje tambana fo inene man sisiyo je janin takabe findil.
Ha he wala kake.
Sanye soldaro nene man fiti membota esew ay diamuta jang iko ya baile adu this was still the same Fenko, the same this thing, the same army, the same CDS. You remember that man? Men pinti tanu adiamuta about it all bata ila salary for ya by mori fundraising kaye yatata e bungolo. Another sequence came. Soldier do fanam pinti tanu adiamuta yo fanam bay. You remember the one who stood before CDS himself, Kafaeko. Interestingly, as I am speaking, Modlamin Sen is contacting me, telling me thank you for the analysis. You know, I'm seeing it on my screen. So now, I'm following. He is following Modlamin Sen. So now the thing is that was Soldero Mea Lonko. I work in Uyate by Nifana Fintita, Saye Modlamin from men katata la Fintita. You understand, Fali? So sequence of events leads to a point where, as a professional trigger to revisit sequence of events to associate variables to determine the facts. So this person coming out, he's not the last person. There were others who came out. I can bet that the majority of them will sympathize with him because they will see him as a victim instead of being a villain. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Abarakabake, Ambassador Essa Bokar si Mbadingolu atul membe lamoy kang natele bejang. Niaje alma nyadaje no abe damen to krong mantaje abe Gambian ekonna weke krong sambale. But it's good to know ko Sajin Modu Senbel lamoy kanne. Sajin, this is an open invitation to you. Mbembulo la ke invite pour yenanam Bitilo. Bella fila la be dia ala nyele aben kontan lale pour niye si kako nyin kacha ka bebo nyoto ninga terebe la moy kanne. We would love that. This is an invitation that I'm extending to you through DC or through Ambassador C.
I'm not cutting you short. I can assure you that with the degree of respect he has for me, not because of the personality Damade, but he has also spoken to some of his colleagues. If I recommend him to come on this platform, you will see him.
Inshallah. Definitely.
Because he's commenting right now. He's saying you are saying the facts as they are. I am listening, this and that and that. And I am not supporting him. I'm not going against him. I'm not supporting CDS. I'm not going against CDS. I'm just giving the background of my understanding of this profession. Adun Nying should not have reached this stage, Fali. It should not have.
Definitely. Bari abarakabake mbaringolu.
Ako. Talk to Uncle Essa. If he says, let me come on your platform, I will come.
What are the amo banda? This your Kobe sila.
Okay, Father. All right. Thank you very much. I'm sorry about my image.
Yeah, definitely. Ato men benjibe kangal jey ngal tentu Abdoulaye Silla programo kanunde ba abebula kan noma men siata mo wuli kilinti wollel benjibe kan nyintembenna both YouTube nim Facebook ngal be jey ngal tentu ale wato menta ka kafumma Abdoulaye Silla nge jey nge tentu ateko even in the British Army there are whistleblowers who expose the excesses of senior officials on the ground. So atefana mbemem foka wole muko sajin sene nyi menketeng kule mealon ko anin kolu lanya dunia kara kotangolto imam fata bake ikamolu jele niye kuje doku bundalto menu ni silo manta menialon ko amanke tonyati ye fintina ya ko lankenama ya la kene bato ngasambu jan dam fasoto fana benjibe kam katafo mo kotengol menialon ko e benjibe kam Facebook mak jane dabo kono nga seku soto jan seku ture ata ko thinking that a thief's deputy is clean is the dumbest thing to think of. So ate be men foka wole muko ate malla nying CDS normal anka kutola me alonko ye wole say Mamat Cham noto ate fe ibe mu killing walati wole matla miro di nying koro so nga moja mal soto men alonko ben jibe kan ngal be jey ngal tentu atol men alonko al kafta majam bari namananta dorong nsal ning Major General Usman Gomez Bulanyola ka falie Usman Gomez mu jumalati wari sotta nun komando kibarol findita nun membe dending ate Gomez la palaso la mole me alon ko iko janning iba kela acting CDST jannibe CDS sirango karfalama nyin Bitilo la teng atele mu CDS normal ankori atele be General Mamat Cham noma sojar kunda nyaton kayala atele be nun woto akira modi fana me alon ko iko ay karan sembe ma jamale ke Gambia ala karam sembe ma follow dati demen to wolto University of the Gambia di ka dati woloto biringa bota woto anatata karan lafala karan lafaya samba fo banko dolto men boko Japan anin dula ko tongolto master's degree fula e kani wala be siring nyin temben na sojer kunda akira modi fana me alon ko e kana ka nyaton kaya kenum United Nations la peacekeeping mission olale men felentin dafo Sudan banko kam e ka keta nu je contingent commander di ko kibaru lay tan di nyamenna nga kalamuta fanan ko eko master ala bachelor's degree ay men sort University of the Gambia e ka obedende loi karangolala ala nyim master's degree e ka wol sort Japan le anin Pakistan banko kan a karanta woleto so mole me alon ko ala karango jamfata bari ala doku fanan sojer kunda wo fanan lo jamfata bake katunga mem fanan muta wole muko asiata sanji muani luluti ay menke sojer kunda asiano wotile bari beson nga menje online wole be dending atening General Savage General Usman Gomez la kola ya teleke CDS normal anko kutoti kabintu momenna ye General Cham bay mbadi ngolu mbe kumfaro kala kachala jannem ngali jayi bari namananta doron ka sein kolu kan tumando baratol men be kafu kamma kibar kuta kuto men dundan kan me yatna famfo mbenying breaking news analysis ke kam wole mu ko bankola sojar kunda nyaton ko memmu General Mamat O.A chamti e ko ye wole resign ta wole palaso nyinta a sei siran nyin sei o siran seyo anin kamo sendata noto wonata kabrin tumo men na tumirol fintita kabo mobulu ikafa me ko Sajin Mahmoud Sen nyin Sajin Mahmoud Sen keta moti me alon ko ate be doko ke kan nun nyin CDS le koto même mu General Mamat O chamti ate nyin Sen dabe nu mol konole menu ba koto dumala doko la office o kono o keta ala multi men ka ma koy amukuti me alon ka soto nyim place sembe ma balto e kaje ila kuntiyo kam modanta no soto kabrin drive fo lembam fo kantar la lembam fo molu men ka ma koy kala hajolu topato ay atani Mahmoud Sen be wonyom bunda si faleto General Chamie ko kibaru le aytan di nyamena wo kono anata sele ala kullo jamalu kan ala ku jamalu beje atele ke tamandae so atele nata findi kaytan di ko General Cham dun ku jamalel be kering ay menuke menu nin silo manda a fintita nan ka wolela kene baro kabirin kuolu men boko ka sojarolu kulungol ta nyimba ko kulungol men muta nyin duma sila talal bulu e be neville bulu men mu banko ba ko no sojarolti e kata nyin General Mamat Cham yewulu 500 wolu bulu ay ku jamalu ke selata wol be kan men yalon ko Sajin Sen wol fintita ako Chamie wala ke men ni silo manta wo kono lemu wo kibarol be fintika ngaje Watson Gambia ya datika ko fintindi killing kela kene bado wo kono doron nataje ko e kata nyin Cham ay siran sendile fo ya forcele pour ay resign bang fa telephone sita je ko abe lafle ka resign pour ka to senendi anin ka je ko akana sojer kunda to tinya wo be mu kulati me alon ka man koy bari men koy ta wala mu ko ye siran wata bulle ye mo senda notole ande men senda noto wala mu General Ousmane Gomesti, Major General Ousmane Gomez. Alama tilo to diala, alama mbetan kala katani katatola, wassalam. Allah baraka.
You're listening to Bitilo with Mfali Fadera. You're listening to Bitilo with Mfali Fadera.